everyone. I'm Kathy Castro, and welcome to our holiday show. It's my pleasure to have with me today Gary Fish, who's going to play some original songs and also do a little bit of Christmas music for us. So why don't we kind of segue in with a number, Gary?
Okay.
You select the number you'd like. They're both the two numbers that he's doing, original numbers, from his new CD, Lobsters in the Woods, right? It's the title of the CD right here. So go ahead, start with that, and then we'll talk a little bit about how you got started and all of it, all the good stuff.
This is Lobsters in the Woods.
Did I say in the sea?
No, you
I said in the woods. Oh, good. Thank you.
I used to catch them in the sea, but
Yeah.
yes, that's about a dream I used to have all the time. When I started fishing out on the sea, the lobsters were everywhere. Ha ha! It was easy as can be. Then they became pretty scarce. I fished as hard as I could. I started having dreams about lobsters in the woods. Lobsters in the woods sure sounds pretty good. If only I could catch, yeah, lobsters in the woods. Lobsters in the woods. I set pots from tree to tree and from limb to limb. The lobsters will be everywhere, ha ha, it'd truly be a sin. Right in back of my house, lobsters thick as can be. Lobsters in the woods truly make me happy, oh yeah. Lobsters in the woods sure sounds pretty good. If only I could catch, yeah, lobsters in the woods. Lobsters in the woods. Maybe I'll catch a few squirrels and rabbits too, but I let them all go for a lobster or two. See, the lobsters are everywhere, ha ha, only in my dreams. Lobsters in the woods truly make me happy, oh yeah. Lobsters in the woods sure sounds pretty good. If only I could catch, yeah, lobsters in the woods. Lobsters in the woods.
I take it that's a result. That's very good. A result
you.
of your fishing days.
Yes,
You're a
it
fisherman,
is.
right? Out of
Yeah.
New Bedford.
Out of Little Compton, Rhode Island. Out of Little Compton.
Little Compton, you're
Yes,
right,
yes.
really on the ocean
I
there.
grew up in New Bedford.
Yeah.
And I moved to Little Compton in the 70s. And yeah, and it's about a reoccurring dream that I used to have when I did lousy fishing.
On a fishing, yeah,
on my
expedition,
boat. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So I used to go out on day trips and come back in doing it. You know, I was in every day because I played in bands all the time.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to work it out,
You know,
though.
it was awesome.
Yeah. But the lobsters in the woods, that never happened.
That
for
was
you.
my dream. That
Yeah.
I used to go, hey, I kept on, when I did lousy on the water, I used to dream about it. all the time.
Really?
I'm catching them on the stone walls, in cornfields, in the woods. I jammed them in the woods. It was great. So.
So you never had to worry about anything going wrong on the sea when they were in the
yes,
woods, right?
Exactly.
So how did you get started, Gary, with your music and playing, and how long?
My father was a musician. He was a jazz musician in big bands, and I used to have a chance to listen to his bands practice over at the house all the time, and that really inspired me to become a guitarist.
And what was his instrument, your dad?
My father was played a Hammond B3, and he was a jazz singer.
Really?
Yes.
In this area or throughout the country?
In
or
New Bedford.
in the local area mostly?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. All the old clubs that used to be around.
Yeah, we need more of those again.
Yeah, we do.
Really?
Yes, we
Yeah. I
do.
mean, it'd be nice to have some places to go, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to worry too much about people getting drunk and other
Yeah.
things. But we have some nice ones now. We could use some more.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
So you want to do another number for us?
Surely.
And this is another one from the.
yes,
why don't
from
you
my
introduce it, Gary?
Okay, this is a song about this guitar. I bought this guitar when I came in from fishing one day back in '75. And this is a story about it. It's called My Gill D40. I came in from lobstering one day. I caught a lot of bugs for great days' pay. I was taking a stroll on the docks. I heard some music in the distance. I sped up my walk. I love my gill. My gill D40. It gives me a thrill when I play my gill D40. I sat there and listened for a while. Ray that was playing, he had a big smile. When he saw that look on my face, he said it's for sale. My heart began to race. Know why? 'Cause I love my gill. My gill D40. It gives me a thrill when I play my gill D40. Just listen to that, baby. So I played this here guitar for about 43 years. Through all the smiles and all the tears, and a lot of coffee houses and some bars. Can't you tell? Look at all the skies, but I don't care, because I love my girl. My girl D40, it gives me a thrill when I play my girl D40.
That's a beautiful guitar.
Thank you
And
very
it
much.
sounds great. Really.
It doesn't look too great, but
No, but it's you can tell that the sound is wonderful that comes out of it.
I did all the scratches myself, too.
You did. Full credit for that, right?
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. So you were a local guy
Yes, I am.
growing up in this area.
Yep.
What are some of the things that the music has taken you to that you could share with us?
Well, it's taken me all over New England, playing over New England, and played a lot in Newport, Tiverton, Little Compton, Westport, New Bedford, through the years. Had a few bands, and I run an open mic.
Oh, nice.
At Sandy Woods, Central
Oh, yeah,
Arts.
yeah. I know Sandy Woods.
That's pretty great because I meet a lot of people, and I love meeting people because I'm a people person.
Right.
So it's
So they come
it's
through. You have a
fun.
chance to chit chat and
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just when new people or when a new musician comes in the sandwich, it's just like it's great to hear him because you never know who you're gonna meet.
exactly.
Like Thatcher Harrison, for instance.
Oh yeah, I've had him on. Yeah.
He's on that.
Is he?
He's in my
yeah.
band.
Oh,
yeah.
great. Yeah. He was on the program, and I saw a picture of him recently heading into Carnegie Hall. Wasn't
Yes,
it where he performed? Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to make that trip with him.
Oh, were you? 17? Is he? Is that what he is? 17 years old.
I was
Yeah.
under the weather and I missed it.
Yeah, that was too bad.
Oh, well.
That was well. It was certainly great for him. You
Yeah,
know
he'll
what
be-
an
he'll be back there
opportunity.
again.
Oh, without a doubt.
he
Yeah,
will.
he's very
He's
talented.
great, that's for sure.
So you have something Christmassy that you want to?
Yes. Can I
sh-
put on my Christmas hat?
Absolutely.
All right.
Wouldn't be Christmas without it. Santa Claus is coming to town? Okay.
Here he is.
Here he is. Here he is. Cap and all.
Hell, cap and all. Okay. Is that pitter patter?
Sounds it.
Can that really be him?
Hope so.
Yeah, me too. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Say now, Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Say now, Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sakes. Ho, 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 ho. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. cry. Say now, Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sakes. Ho, 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 ho. You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout, 'cause I'm telling you why. Say now, Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Say now, Santa Claus is coming to town. Shoot it, bop, bop, bam. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas to you and to you all. A good night.
What a nice way to end this segment. We'll be right back with Arts Alive. Welcome back, everyone, to Arts Alive. I'm Kathy Castro, your host. And I would like to start this segment by saying that we're going to reenact a very, very famous letter exchange that took place in 1897 between Virginia O'Hanlon, a young girl of 8 years old at the time, and she did live to 1971, and I'm told she still believed in Santa Claus when she died in 71, and Frank Church, who was the publisher of the New York Sun, a very prominent New York City newspaper at the time. Church was a war correspondent during the American Civil War, a time that saw great suffering and a corresponding lack of hope and faith in much of society. Although the paper ran the editorial in the 7th place on the page, below even one of the newly invented chainless bicycles, it was both noticed and well received by readers. According to an anecdote, on the radio program The Rest of the Story, Church was a hardened cynic and an atheist who had little patience for superstitious beliefs like Santa Claus, did not want to write the editorial, and refused to allow his name to be attached to the piece. However, 121 years later, it's the most reprinted editorial in any newspaper in the English language. It started out when Dr. Philip O'Hanlon, Virginia's dad, was asked by her whether or not there was a Santa Claus. Did a Santa Claus really exist? And O'Hanlon suggested to his daughter that she write to the Sun and ask that question. So we have Lila Stilley, who will be doing Virginia, and George Charbonneau, the artistic director for Festival Theater, who will be doing Frank Church.
Dear editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says, if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon, 115 West 95th Street.
Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe anything except what they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect, as compared to the boundless world around him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist, and you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus. But even if they did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus. But that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not. But that's no proof that they are not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders that are unseen and unseeable in the world. You may tear apart the baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside, but there is a veil covering the unseen world which not the strongest men, not even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived, could tear apart. Only faith, fancy, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view the picture, the supernal beauty and glory beyond. Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world there is nothing else real and abiding. No Santa Claus. Thank God he lives, and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood.
Santa Claus still lives. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Watts Alive, and it's my pleasure now to talk with my very good friend, Armin Marchand, who is the producer for Festival Theater, New Bedford Festival Theater, I should say, although I like to call it Festival Theater. Because it serves,
festive.
well, it serves the whole area, you know. It serves a lot more than New Bedford, of course.
Yeah, I'm also the founder. I'm reminding people
You are
of
the
that
founder. Yes, you are.
because
Yes.
we are currently into our 30th summer season coming up this summer of 2019. And we're very pleased to announce that, and I'm sure a lot of your audience already knows this, that Festival Theater has gotten the exclusive rights to producing the fabulous show Mamma Mia with music by ABBA. So it's a show that
We
people
know that
should-
one.
Yes.
Great.
So yeah, so I'm very happy that I am the founder and the executive producer. So
And it goes, and it's alive and well and thriving.
well, thank you,
You're welcome.
and I hope it continues to thrive forever and a day.
And so tell us a little bit about Mamma Mia.
Well, Mamma Mia, I am frankly overwhelmed at this point producing it. Overwhelmed because of the response. It's the most amazing thing. Last summer we did West Side Story, which is a classic, and it did exceedingly well, and everybody came out and endorsed it. And when I was going to give a report to our board just this past week, I gave them a report on sales. And believe it or not, as good as West Side Story was, the sales date for date, we have topped it. We have doubled the amount of sales that we had last year at this time for West Side Story.
Well, they'd best get out and get their tickets. And how can they do that? If you expect a ticket, you know, this happens. People think that they can, I think I'll go to see that show tonight. And then they call and they're told, sold out, so sorry. And
Yeah, and
don't wait to get
sometimes-
sold out.
What I will tell you, sometimes we are not sold out, but the seats that are remaining are obviously toward the rear of the theater.
Right.
So people say, oh my God, I didn't realize that. And what I'll remind people right now is that this show has been up on sale since August 6th. As soon as we had closed West Side Story, we started selling the tickets. So it's an amazing show. And the interesting thing for me is I have seen it in so many places. I did see it in London, believe it or not, in the week following 9/11. I was in London when 9/11 hit, And it's the one thing that took me out of my very, very depressed mood, as we all were.
Oh, definitely,
After
yeah.
9/11. And I went to see Mamma Mia, and I thought,
Yeah, you were.
what more would you want? It was the most amazing thing. For 2 hours, my spirits were lifted. That's the greatest endorsement I can give for the show.
Exactly, yeah. Take it away.
And it's an amazing thing. And then I did see it on Broadway, but this was like a year or two later, and circumstances were different. We rebounded from all the tragedy of 9/11, and it was just an upbeat show still. And I've seen it in summer stock. One production that I saw of it was at the Agunquit Beach Theater in Agunquit, Maine, and I will tell you, it was magnificent. It's the show that brings the best out of everybody who's working on it. This gives me a magnificent point in time to thank all of you who over the years, over our last 29 seasons, all of you who have endorsed us, supported us, cheered us on, and it's been my pleasure during all these years to have done it. I always tell people you can't imagine how fortunate I feel. It's the gift, and I feel that every time we open a show, to me it's like combining, think of this, it's like combining Christmas, the 4th of July, and my birthday all on the same night.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how I feel when we open a show.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Watts Alive. And we have a big surprise for you right now. We're going to introduce Pete the Cat. And David Mello from the Fall River Public Library, the children's librarian, is going to read that story. And we have with us some stars of the show. They're at the John Boyd Center, Child Care Center here at Bristol Community College. So if you could just give me your name, sweetie.
Octavia.
Octavia? Octavia.
Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
Yes.
Sorry. Victoria. And what is your name, sweetie? Say it to the mic. No. Not. That's okay. No problem. What's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy. And you?
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly?
Kate.
And Kate. And then, of course, we know
We have
the
Pete
star of the
Cat.
show, Pete the Cat, and my good friend David Mello from the Public Library. So
Pleasure to be here.
thank you. It's all yours.
Well,
Pete.
ladies, we got a wonderful holiday story to share with you. And you guys, of course, know Pete the Cat, right? He's the star of a lot of wonderful children's books out there, and we have a lot of them at the Fall River Public Library. But because Christmas is right around the corner, we're going to find out how Pete saves Christmas. Okay, let's see how he does it. And there's Pete the Cat right there. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and Santa was ill. In the cold winter wind, he had caught a bad chill. Look at Santa Claus. He's got a bad cold. Will Christmas be canceled? Will it come to that? Never, cried Santa. Let's get Pete the Cat. Is Pete the Cat going to save Christmas? I bet you he will. Santa asked Pete to deliver the toys to all the good girls and to all the good boys. Look at that, he's arriving on a surfboard. He's pretty cool. I'll do it, said Pete. And although I'm small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. Pete jumped in his minibus and started to roll. Road trip, cried Pete. First stop, the North Pole. He's on his way to see Santa. The reindeer were waiting to give Pete a tow. So he packed up the presents and told them to go. Then the minibus flew just like in a movie. Pete the cat cried, "This is totally groovy." And look at Pete riding up in the sky with the reindeers. He's helping out Santa. "I can do it," said Pete. "And although I'm small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all." As the children were sleeping, all snug in their beds, Pete and his reindeer appeared overhead. And look at Pete and the minibus on the roof. They're going to deliver some toys. Straight down the chimney, Pete flew in a dash. Then back in his minibus, quick as a flash. Each time he delivered a holiday gift, he crossed off a name written on Santa's list. And look at that. He's crossing off all the names of the children he visited. Santa's list was so big, and Pete felt so small, but at Christmas we give, so he gave it his all. And he sang, "Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all." At the very last minute, they reached the last house, and Pete dashed in and out, just as quiet as a mouse. Can you see the little mouse over there? He's so cute. Then right at the break of the new Christmas day, Pete and his reindeer were flying away. Back at the North Pole, old Santa was waiting. The elves and the townsfolk were all celebrating. And they're holding up a big sign. It says, "Thank you, Pete. You are cool." Santa was dressed in his red coat and hat. Hip, hip, hooray for our friend Pete the cat. And look at that. There's Pete, and Pete really did save Christmas. "I did it," said Pete. "And although I'm small, in the spirit of Christmas, I gave it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all." And that's the end of Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. Look at that. Didn't Pete do a good job? He got all the toys delivered. What a guy he is, huh? And let's see if we have time for one more story. Do you know dinosaurs celebrate Christmas? You do. I didn't think many people knew that, but they do. Dinosaurs do celebrate Christmas. And this story is called, "How Do Dinosaurs Say Merry Christmas?" Do you want to find out how dinosaurs say Merry Christmas, Pete? I figured you would. Okay, Pete is very curious too. Let's see. Look at that big dinosaur. He's picked out his Christmas tree. Look at that. I think he's a Stegosaurus. On Christmas Eve, does a dinosaur sleep? Does he go up to bed without making a peep? And look at him creeping upstairs, tiptoeing so no one hears him. Or does he sneak out just to check what's to see? Does he rip open presents set under the tree? And look at him opening up the present. A little too soon, I think. Does he pick off some ornaments, angels and all? Does he shake up the tree so the rest of them fall? Do you think the dinosaurs would shake up the Christmas tree? You do? Yeah? Does he eat all the cookies left out for St. Nick? Giving each candy cane one sloppy lick? Look at him licking all the candy canes. Yuck! Would you eat that candy cane? I don't think so. Does he upend the stockings onto the floor? Oh my goodness, what a mess. Does he pick out the best gifts so he will have more? No, a dinosaur doesn't. He carols with care. He helps trim the tree so no branches are bare. He eats all his dinner, then clears away dishes and gives his grandparents big Christmas Eve wishes. When Santa arrives, he's tucked in. Hear him snore? Can you hear him snore? He's snoring. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, you good dinosaur. So dinosaurs are really good and well behaved at Christmas. And I would think so because they know Santa Claus is going to come by. And thank you all for being such wonderful listeners. You guys were great. Did you like the stories?
A little clap to David. Tell him you like the
And give a big hand to Pete the cat.
Yeah, and Pete the cat. They came to see you all today. Did a wonderful job reading, and Pete did a wonderful job just being here.
And they did a wonderful job listening.
Being here too,
Wow.
absolutely, yeah.
I think Santa Claus is
Very
going to be
good.
very good to you girls.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get everything you want. Hopefully. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Arts Alive, and it's my pleasure to introduce Paul Uclair and Judy Conrad, who is with the Fall River Symphony Orchestra. And they're going to play, if you want to hold them up, show the audience, these very old instruments, which are called recorders. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the recorders, Paul?
Well, the recorders are kind of what's called a fipple flute. They have a beak which channels the air over a blade there. So unlike the transverse flute, where you have to shape the air with your lips,
Yeah.
here you just
Play into it.
blow into it. It's
Beautiful
like a kind of a
sound.
whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were happy. Oh, gee, this sort of instrument goes back probably tens of thousands of years. But this sort of design is from early Baroque, I think, and so it would have been good around
And
1600.
where would we be hearing that if we were? Would this have come out of Europe or other parts?
Mostly Europe. You find similar
Northern
instruments
Europe.
in
You
other
have
countries.
fipple flutes all over the world, actually. That's why the local amateur group is called the Fall River Fipple Fluters rather than the Fall River Recorders Society.
that's a fipple,
because
fipple.
yes, yes. We meet on Fridays at 4:30. By the way,
Oh, really? Okay.
in Fall River.
Oh, okay.
But the recorder is this is a European style that we're playing now.
Okay.
It was.
Do you want to introduce the first numbers?
We're going to play three little Christmas carols arranged by a man named Esprit Philippe Chedeville, who he wrote these around 1750 in Paris.
Okay.
No.
Nice. Paul and Judy. That's beautiful.
you.
Now, do you have a little Christmas ditty that you're going to play for us in addition to
do.
this beautiful? Now, the time period on that music was the 1700s, right? On the last
yes.
pieces.
About the middle of the 1700s.
Yeah, it reminded me of Mozart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is
Yeah.
the kind of thing he would have been the top hits of his childhood.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. You can just see that. You know, I think back to that movie, and
yeah.
I can just see that all happening there. So, what are you playing for Christmas?
For Christmas, we got 4 little settings of, I think they're well-known Christmas carols. I'm not sure anybody still knows Jolly Old Saint Nicholas. I think it was a pop hit from my mother's
I
childhood.
remember. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I haven't heard it on.
Lend
I
your
haven't heard
ear
it
this
in-
way. Is that lend your ear
Yes,
this way?
indeed.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Yeah.
have not heard it in the supermarket lately.
Well, no, that's okay.
But
They come and
anyhow.
go there. You know, they come and go.
Well, I know everybody knows the other 3, which are the First Noel, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and Jingle Bells.
Oh, great. Okay. So once again, Paul and Judy.
Yep, sorry. First Noel, is that true?
Jolly Old Saint Nicholas,
okay.
the First Noel, God Rest Ye Merry, and Jingle Bells.
Okay. God rest. Yes. Sorry about that. Jingle.
Jingle.
The Dick Lupino Trio, Mike Renzi, Rick Wells, and Dick Lupino on bass. And they're going to do, what's the number? Christmas song. The Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Go.
chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to all of Better watch out, better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus, he's coming to town. Making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus, he's coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows if you've been bad or good, so be good, for goodness sake. You better watch out, better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus, he's coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus, he's coming, Santa Claus, he's coming, Santa Claus is coming to town.
We thank you for joining us for Arts Alive for our holiday show. Hope you enjoyed it. And we're closing out with Merry Christmas wishes to all of you from Keith Tebow.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to all. Happy holidays.
Tebow is the manager here of Fall River Cable Access, and Lucy Cabral.
Hi, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone.
And she's the producer of our show. And Steve Rye, who is
I do some of the editing.
Everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
he does everything. And then we have our guy, I'll pick him up in a minute, our mascot, which of course you must see. That's Sir Jonas Castro. So once again, thank you. Very Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year, and we'll see you in the New Year. Yay! Christmas!